Okay, have a great day. Okay, so this is we're in Oscar Grant Plaza, where Occupy Oakland was raided last week, and um, there was a tree sit that was started by Running Wolf, Zachary Running Wolf, and he's been up here, and now there's another person by the name of Anonymous who's also been up here, and they've been supported by random people, random times, just to keep this tree sit going, to keep the occupation of uh, Oscar Grant Plaza going. So, anyways, here's some support people down below. Hi there. And I did notice that across the plaza, I just want to show you this beautiful oak tree that's been in the center of it all. And it looks like there is a lot of gardening going on here, which started during the encampment when lots of people were being fed. And let's see, there's looks like there's some colorful stuff over here. So this is City Hall. And let's see. Looks like there's some gardening stuff going on down here. I don't think that the garden people stopped occupying on Oscar Grant Plaza either. Looks like there's some occupiers talking to the police, or maybe tourists looking for information. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. Like this right here this is the exact site where the children's village was during the occupation. And then over here was where all the booths were. There was the supply tent and the media archives tent and the information tent, and there was actually a tent that was a library with books that you could look at and borrow. But what I want to show you is this. So let's see, looks like there's occupiers around here still. Seems like some of them were relocated here. This is where this is where the medics tent was. And here's some prayer flags. But anyways, look at this. They did put in some raised beds. Okay, so there's that tree, but these are some raised beds in Oscar Grant Plaza. I guess that they're available for people to freely graze. This garden was founded and continues to grow in Oscar Grant Plaza to empower and nourish to empower and nourish. It serves as a symbol of how we care for the land. That's what it says on this one. This one says Ohlone land. You can see parsley and, well, I guess that might be cilantro and red chard, and looks like some anise and some kale. People over profit. People over profit. Here's some peas growing. This one is about love. Okay, some tomatoes, a bunch of lettuces. So the gardens do continue at Oscar Grant Plaza. And like I said, this is the site where the information tent and the other tents were. And it looks like people may be getting ready to erect some new structures and continue over here. This is where the tents were. Let's see. So there were some planters that were part of the plaza that had vegetables growing in them. I'm just going to take us over there and see if we can find those. See if they're still growing. I can't imagine anybody would rip lettuce out of these planters. So we're just walking across Oscar Grant Plaza by the City Hall, Oakland City Hall, at the site of Occupy Oakland, where the raid was last Monday. The new camp was set up last night at 19th and Telegraph by a statue of peacemakers, great peacemakers, giant statue that was paid for by corporations. So here we do have some herbs that were planted by Occupy Oakland and some vegetables growing, and these are planters that are just part of the plaza. So here's vegetables growing, big leaves from the trees. The beautiful artichoke plant right here. Looks like the ones in this bed maybe didn't make it. I don't know. Maybe they weren't unplanted there. Anyways, oh, here it is. This is the one I was thinking of. So these plants I saw here about 2 weeks ago, they're getting nice and, you know, harvestable. Kale, lettuce, looks like some mustard greens, red chard, and a bunch of lettuce over here for anybody to eat. This is the part of the community that was developing at Oscar Grant Plaza, um, with Occupy Oakland. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you is these vegetables, and there is a garden committee that's participating as part of the General Assembly as one of the committees. Do you guys want to be live streamed?
Say again?
I'm live streaming. Yes, I am live streaming. Hi guys.
Hi.
So you're part of Occupy the Present.
Occupy the present.
All right.
That's all we've got.
Yep.
Present moment.
What day are we now? Day
36.
Day 36.
Day
Every day.
36. It's sitting at noon every day for an hour, holding space,
Oh.
non-violence, compassion, engagement.
Oh, okay.
During the crazy nights, we were outside the barricades. Mostly it's right around here.
Oh, okay.
You know?
And so, were you guys here during the raid then that night? Last Monday night?
I definitely have been here during all of the raids that we've had.
Really?
Yes, I have terrible luck.
Were you guys meditating, or were you during that time, or?
No, I was actually on the outside during that time. The interfaith, I don't know, I don't want to call it church, but the
Tent.
interfaith group, tent. There we go. The interfaith tent was totally in solidarity there. It was pretty beautiful.
Yeah.
And then there was a group of folks that were meditating in the amphitheater that got arrested.
Right, and that I saw Pancho Ramos Steerl was part of that,
Yes.
and he made some beautiful statements like, "This is not crisis. This is not an economic crisis. It's a crisis of priorities." Very spiritually, oriented
Yeah.
person, and
Yeah.
total nonviolence.
Yeah.
And then another issue was raised by an occupation, which was the Secure Communities Program, a federal program by Department of Homeland Security, by an occupier who was feeding people, right?
Yeah.
And meditating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just, constantly reframing what we're focused on. What we put our energy towards, what we put our money towards. Just constantly reframing that back to connection, back to humanity.
So do you guys see this as a spiritual battle?
Well, to be honest, what's not?
Yeah.
It's more like it's on every front. It's our culture is kind of has been dumbed down. So to wake up the spirit, to wake up cooperation. It's a spiritual.
And I think it's always a process of the human awareness waking up.
Right.
Different pieces, different parts, and everything that happens is another piece of humanity waking up, of Egypt, and these things are popping up, and we're all part of it in some way or another.
It's amazing.
Just doing our own part and just to but we've got to stay grounded.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you about that. One of the things that I heard Pancho say was he wanted to bring more people of faith and spirituality into activism, and he wanted to bring the activists into spirituality.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering if were there new people joining your meditation, or sort of connecting with you guys from the encampment, sort of just wondering if there was a spiritual draw.
Well, everyone has, I think, their own way of engaging in that. On November 2nd, when we had the mass rally and the general strike, a group of us sat from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And throughout the day, there must have been 100 people, 50 at a time, but throughout the day, there was, hundreds of people that sat.
Wow.
It was more from the public that's drawn in than it is from the encampment.
Uh-huh.
And it's certainly a way for people that are nervous about, say, the violence and all of those things as a way to engage. If somebody's sitting in something that's clearly nonviolent, they can relate to, and they might sit and hold space. And, It's just another way for other people to engage.
Did you guys see the video yesterday of the pepper spray incident at Davis?
I did.
It's pretty well done.
It did. It definitely made my blood boil.